What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. They sucked. It was poor. I guess when you say play the same team 3 times in 13 games, eventually one of them is not going to go your way. But we're going to recap Sharks at Jets. We're going to talk a little bit about what is in store for the weekend for the Sharks because we have guys returning. I got to stop saying we. The Sharks have guys returning. I'm not
the royal we.
I mean, we did.
Yeah.
We did save the franchise.
We tried to save the franchise.
No, we did. We did save it. We saw 9 games of Eklund. We were right. And we say Jonathan Dahlin's back. Let it be known that I was on the Dahlin train.
Oh, I know. I've been right there with you on the Dahlin train.
Ferraro got his A.
Yep.
Rudy's okay. Barabanov is better.
Better, yes.
Barbie. We can't call him Barbie.
No, it's a bad nickname.
That's so like mush brain hockey player nickname. We got to think something else.
We'll workshop the Barabanov nickname. So
we'll work. No, drafts are for cowards, famously.
Yes.
But let's get into Jets Sharks music time.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
So the Sharks lost.
Yes.
Even though I think you predicted like 4-1 or something.
I predicted the 4-1. I just had it wrong.
You had it wrong.
That's twice.
If you haven't listened to Thursday's episode of Locked On Sharks, we talk about what some of their underlying numbers and what kind of some of the stats mean. And a big percentage of that conversation was about they don't take a lot of shots, but they score a lot. And is that sustainable? And then when they run into a goalie like our good friend Connor Hellebuck, who's the best goalie in the world, it's going to be tough because they only put up 27 shots. Winnipeg had 34.
1 goal.
And they had 1 goal and 27 shots. It was an amazing goal. Let's not get it twisted here. The feed from Burns to Cogliano was awesome. And I don't know if you want to start with the offense drying up or Brent Burns being pretty good for the last 2 weeks.
Let's start with the offense drying up because I think that's the big thing. The biggest takeaway from this game is, we like you said, we talked about that yesterday where sometimes this offense isn't going to be, sustainable. And you saw that tonight, especially when you don't have Timo Meier and, having to play Nick Bonino on the left wing, first line left wing, and then instead of having Timo Meier there or having, not having Kevin LeBanc on the third line, which adds another kind of depth piece on offense, and it doesn't help not getting any power play opportunities. I'm not a big the refs are, blah, 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 like type of thing. Cause usually power play calls, they will even out throughout the course of a game and throughout the course of it.
We know that refs even out the calls.
Yeah, but there was some really bad missed calls tonight. Just like Lane Peterson, who got destroyed, left the
and
game.
Injured. He left the game. He came back. He only played, I think he said 7 minutes. Total, which is not what he normally would play. And let's not get it twisted. We're not the Sharks subreddit. We're not going to put a mega thread down with 400 comments about how the refs are out to get the Sharks. Any fan base that says the refs are out to get them, that's not a thing. Just get over yourselves. But
the only fan base that the refs like is Vegas, and we all know that. So that's established canon.
Famously.
But
the refs you had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but if it's okay, maybe if one of those calls you get a power play, and then it's all of a sudden it's 2-2 or 3-2, and then you're that's a different game there. But yeah, there was some missed calls. I'm not going to blame that on the reason why the Sharks lost. It was because their offense just could not sustain any pressure tonight. It was a bunch of one and done chances or just sloppy, just very sloppy, not very well executed from the Sharks, from their transition game, their exit passes, or even trying to get sustained pressure. Everything just seemed kind of hard and stuck in the mud. And you're going to have that sometimes, especially when you're icing 15 rookies at any given time. So, it's just wasn't the Sharks night tonight, and that's fine, especially with, this was the last, hopefully, of the Sharkuda games. And, you're going to be getting Erik Karlsson and Timo Meier and, Kevin LeBanc and a bunch of other guys back here to help kind of stabilize the team again. So
true. I think, though, it's important to note that it wasn't the Sharks' night. is bad because they play Colorado, Minnesota, St. Louis, Washington, Carolina, Ottawa, Toronto in the next 7 games.
Yeah, but like the Colorado game isn't as worrisome as it was. I know they've got like Cale Makar back.
But you're still Colorado's better.
Colorado's still a better team, but it's not like some, the way the Colorado's played this year, it's not like there's some juggernaut that we expected them to be right now.
No, but at any point, Colorado still, Nathan McKinnon's out. They still have Rantanen, they still have Landeskog, they still have Kadri, they still have Makar, they still have Girard, they still have Taves, they're
very, very talented.
Yes, they have Darcy Kemper is still good at goalie. They're very talented, even though they're not off to the best start. So let's take Colorado out of the equation. They still have Minnesota and St. Louis and Washington and Carolina.
Oh, yeah, their schedule's brutal right now. So losing this winnable game here.
Exactly. Not being your night is bad for the Sharks' mandate of getting into the playoffs. So we talked about it. The offense has to be – they either have to score a lot of goals, not take a lot of shots, or take more goals. And I think it's troubling when you see a game like this where they don't have any offensive pressure. They just didn't sustain anything, and I think that's kind of an issue. And you only have a couple guys going. Like, was Hertl really that great tonight?
Yeah, Hertl was pretty quiet. I mean, Barabanov I thought was pretty good tonight. Burns I thought was probably the best player for the Sharks.
Burns has been pretty dynamite the last couple of games, and every given night we'll have somebody step up. But like, Couture's not playing that great. Dahlin was fine. Hertl wasn't that great.
Rudy misses a breakaway on another Burns. Yeah, another Burns feed, and it's just like, Rudy, you got to bury those, So
right, but now we're getting down to like now the Lord has to step up, or Lane Pedersen has to step up, or Andrew Cogliano stepped up and scored a goal. But when they're razor thin margins like this, and it'll be better once Meyer and LeBanc come back, obviously. But it just nothing happened, and I don't want to overreact because we saw them play really well against the Calgary, but that was on the back of what? Thomas Hertl being an absolute maniac.
Yeah.
So like if he's not going hard, or Couture is not going hard, what do the Sharks have?
Yeah. So they looked a little tired tonight, but Kyle, it's something that can help you when you're a little just not feeling it. Maybe you need a little bit of energy boost.
What is that?
I would say Built Bar.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Is it because they're covered in chocolate?
I think so. Everybody likes chocolate.
You know what Built Bar is going to be good for?
What's that?
Thanksgiving. Or Yanksgiving for you guys. Because there's so much good food and treats. There's a ton of them. How many pies do people bring to you Thanksgiving? Like 1 million. But maybe you want a yummy dessert that isn't so full of calories and sugar. Because then it's the perfect time for Built Bar. Because Built Bar could be the new holiday dessert. You can feast on something delicious and feel good about it afterwards. One slice of pie has 300, 400, 500 calories when you get the whipped cream on there. Maybe you're a pie and ice cream guy.
Yeah.
That people love that. Nice warm apple pie with ice cream, maybe a pumpkin pie with ice cream. It's like a lot of calories. Most Built Bars are only 130 calories and only 4 grams of sugar with plenty of protein. So you can replace the coconut cream pie with coconut Built Bar. Place other cream pies with other Built Bars. Maybe a raspberry Built Bar instead of a raspberry pie. Lots of good flavors. They're low calorie, low carb, low fat, high protein. Like I said, they're covered in 100% real chocolate, so they taste like a chocolate bar. Built Bar is a great option when you're hungry. So if you want a little snack before Thanksgiving gets going, you can grab a Built Bar. Share some at your family gatherings. It will make things less awkward, especially if you have that one aunt who's really into January 6th. You can be like, hey, listen, have a Built Bar. It's delicious. There's new surprises all month. Limited time flavors are arriving at Built.com regularly, so check the site often. There's nothing like a Built Bar Black Friday either, so mark your calendar. Black Friday will be a huge event with all sorts of surprises. Go to Built.com, use promo code LOCK15, which is right down below if you're watching, and you'll get 15% off your order. Use promo code LOCKED15 for 15% off Built.com. Brent Burns.
Brent Burns, man. So
you just yell Brent Burns for 5 minutes. That's just
Brent Burns.
We just do B Burns, baby.
Were you saying Boo Earns?
I was saying Boo Earns personally.
So
I wonder if he still hasn't unblocked me, which is a sad thing. I don't know what I did to him, but Brent,
come back. Brent Burns. Cam Robinson tweeted out today. Among defensemen, he is tied first with assist with an 11.
That's good.
That's pretty good. Shots on goal, 45, tied first. Even strength points, 8, tied for second. Points, 12, tied for second. Time on ice, 25-37, tied for 7th. Which actually, that seems a little low. Yeah. Seth Jones, have you check out his minutes lately? They have been brutal in Chicago.
The 25 minutes is only 7th.
Yeah.
Defenseman. Jesus.
Yeah. But just what, I mean, like the past couple of years, we have given Brent Burns.
Well, the man, let's be honest. Let's have a frank conversation.
Yeah.
The man's interest in defense is low.
That's fine. We are happy with our, we as Erik Karlsson defenders, we are happy with our defensemen putting up and doing awesome stuff.
Exactly. And I think the thing here is that if your offense outweighs your defense, like when he won the Norris and was finishing like second 2 years in a row, if your offense is that elite, then the defense can wane. It's when the last couple of years, the defense is waning and the offense just has nowhere to go and you're not doing anything, then you got to maybe pick up the defensive game. That's where we had the issue. And the Starfish defensive posture is the worst thing I've ever seen. And it doesn't matter if he wins 20 Norrises. It's the worst defensive maneuver.
Norris.
Yeah.
Ryan Merkley, though, did pull off the Starfish defenseman on 2-on-1 and successfully broke it up. So I don't know if
he played well.
Yeah, but no, Merkley. Well, yeah, but like Brent Burns, though, what he's been doing, like him and Ferraro, have put the team on their backs defensively and played really well, especially with all the, playing with all the children and stuff. And, it's nice to see Brent Burns engaged in doing good offensive stuff. And, just some of the breakout passes and stuff, like the one he had on Tuesday night that set up the Barabanov goal. And then Balcers had, basically the exact same play for Balcers, and Balcers just wasn't able to put it away, and like, he was all over the ice tonight, and it's nice to see Brent Burns playing like the Brent Burns we know, and I think maybe playing with some fun teams again is kind of nice.
Rejuvenated his old soul.
Kind of rejuvenated. This just in from Curtis Pashelka. Ryan Merkley says he's going back to the Barracuda. He'll be heading to Aberystwyth in the morning. The Cuda play there tomorrow. So. So, yeah, I bet we're going to see a bunch of these guys going back to the Cuda.
R.I.P. Ryan Merkley. We hardly knew you.
We'll see you again back at Christmas when you realize.
On aggregate, Ryan Merkley played pretty good.
Yeah. There's, some of that hockey man stuff, like he needs to, get that pass needs to be a little, you can't have that soft pass, you need to get deeper, stuff like that. But
I also hate the argument of he needs to dominate the AHL first because, every famous NHL player who's ever been good has dominated the AHL first. I'm doing a jerk-off motion if you're not watching YouTube. You could want to see him go crush the AHL. But he
was at a point a game before.
I know. Hey. I'm not the enemy here.
Yes.
I just think the expectations of him, like, they're slow rolling the process, which is totally fine. But we saw him in the NHL, and I think people's knee-jerk reactions would be like, well, he still needs to do it in the AHL. It's like, well, look what he's doing in the NHL. He's doing fine. I think everybody just needs to relax.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be fine, and I think there's still a bright future for Ryan Merkley.
Ryan Merkley, 1 second shorthanded time tonight. Also, I do like the Ryan. Yes,
he plays in all situations.
I do like the Ryan Merkley kind of goon status where he's like mixing it up with dudes. Like him and somebody else both went to the penalty box. Who was it?
I think that comes from this team too, because you got the Lord mixing it up. You got all sorts of dudes. Timo, when he was around, was just in there, just being like, look how good my hair looks, but also I will fight you.
Yeah.
Weird. I think that's rubbing off. And I think that's one of the things, too, that a lot of people questioned was his attitude and stuff like that. But I think we're on the right trajectory for Merkley still.
Yeah, and you see it just not like we said with Brent Burns, like if your offense is so good that it makes up for your defense, and if you're playing just a smidge of defense and you partner him with a Magna or somebody else who can be more your defensive, stay-home defenseman, he's gonna be just fine, and like you see those flashes, like same thing where he gets the puck and he just, he's does such a good job of being able to drive through the circle and then either try to take a shot or just find that open forward who's standing, like in front of the crease. Like he keeps doing that. Those are going to lead to points and good things. So, and
otherwise he'll get sent back to Sweden.
R.I.P. He's not even from Sweden. You're going to Sweden.
That's the go-to move.
Yes.
I guess with him going back, that means that we're getting Middleton, Carlson, Vlasic, Šimek back probably. Has Santeri? Where is Santeri?
Yeah, where's Santeri?
He said that he's going back. I guess also probably Magna will be going back because he's Ryan Merkley's personal valet.
Yes,
it's like wrestling when Macho Man had Miss Elizabeth exclusively, or like Bobby Heenan for the Four Horsemen. He's just like literally the only person, or Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar.
No,
the
it's
only time they're ever together. It's Magna and Merkley.
It's Dylan and Martin Jones. Somebody has to drive him to the ring. But yeah, I assume they haven't. I haven't seen any of the other announcements right now. But
yeah, we're recording this right after the game, so we're getting them slow rolled into the game. If I had to figure out what the lineup was going to be, and I could possibly bet on what this lineup's going to be, what could I do, JD?
You could maybe check out our friends over at betonline.ag. And the great thing about BetOnline is that they're back and they're better than ever with a new web interface for the start of the basketball season and more props, odds, and lines than ever before. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all basketball and football action this season. So head over to their new updated desktop or mobile website to sign up today and receive a 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use the promo code LOCKEDON to receive your bonus. From basketball, football, baseball, postseason, which is gone, NHL, boxing, UFC, right to your favorite Vegas casino games. Don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet on your favorite sports. BetOnline, where the game starts.
I don't think we have to worry about James Reimer.
No.
He got hung out to dry like a bunch of
a couple times, yeah. He got hung out. He did some make nice saves on he had a nice breakaway save there too. But like I, for one, if I was the Sharks, I would probably try to stop Kyle Connor when he's on the ice because he's pretty good at hockey. So
he's not bad at the hockey.
Yeah.
I think too, this is the second game in a row. Like James Reimer made 33 saves on 36 shots. We saw Hill had 37 saves on 38 shots last night. The Sharks got to start doing a better job of eliminating it. Granted,
yeah,
the defense might be getting worse though.
The defense was bad tonight.
No. Hold on.
Oh,
the defense might be getting worse because they're getting Vlasic, Šimek back, and they're going to play. Carlson, Middleton will be an upgrade on one of the pairs for sure, but
yes,
their pair might be a little sketchy.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's really quick. So before we get into high danger chances in this game, were 23-12 in favor of the Jets at 5-on-5, including a 6-2 in the second period. Yeah.
Could you tell me possibly if that's good?
That is in my expert analysis. Since I am a local expert of your favorite team, that is bad.
5 days a week, baby.
Yeah, but yeah, I think though. I think the Hataka Molosh.
Where is Santeri?
I think that you have to have an honest conversation about having one of those guys take Šimek's spot. We assume Vlasic, with that contract, he's going to get.
What about an honest conversation about having both of them take?
Yeah,
both of those spots. But yes, you're right. The Vlasic contract makes it a little more tricky, and Vlasic's
he's going to get a longer.
San Jose. Yeah,
he's going to get a longer leash. But like,
do you think they should just waive Šimek?
I think you should try to, if you can, even if you get future considerations. But yeah, if you just waive him and send him down to the AHL, and he can go play with Magna and those guys down there. But like, and then if you need him, you can always call him back up if there's another, there's another.
This is his. He's coming back off COVID. Give him a couple games to get acclimated again.
Yeah,
2 or 3. But after that, the next 5 games. So over the next, let's say 10 games to make it easy. If he's not up to snuff, you got to do something.
Yeah, you can.
By the end of November. Let's give him to the end of November. We're giving the long leash here, even though we don't think that should be thing. I think there's got to be real questions being asked about what the third pair on the Sharks is going to be, especially if they're 7-5-1.
Mm-hmm.
They're not completely out of everything. The Pacific sucks. Vegas is injured. Seattle's terrible. Vancouver's bad. LA and Anaheim.
The California teams are good. The Kings have won 7 in a row now.
Exactly. So
yeah,
I think there's real questions that need to be asked after. Let's give them to the end of November about if that's a viable source forward. And I mean, if you got to waive the guy, you got to waive the guy, and then just call up your Milosh's, call up your. And Knyzhov is coming back soon. When Knyzhov, or maybe not soon, but Knyzhov is coming back.
Yeah.
I just don't know how you find room for both of those guys on the team.
And again, it's one of those, he might just be a progress stopper right now. Like, wouldn't you rather give those minutes to a Milosh or a Knyzhov or, Knyzhov and like let those guys take that Mario Ferraro jump of like, look where Ferraro was 3 years ago. And now look at, and Ferraro's a freaking monster right now. Like, like I know you're trying to make the playoffs, but does Šimik honestly give you the best chance to make the playoffs?
No. And I don't think he does. Like, look at, on aggregate, Santeri Hitaka has played pretty well, right?
Yeah. And what's Hitaka's ceiling? Potential top
more
four.
More than Šimik.
Yeah. So if it's close enough right now, you got to give the edge to the young guy. So, and especially when there won't be as many young guys, if you have, I mean, Middleton's not really a young guy, but like, he's been perfectly crommy. Like, but if you have Erik Karlsson out there, if Vlasic, he's at least going to be in the right position and do stuff. He may not be the best at getting the puck out of the zone, but like Hitaka can get the puck out of the zone. So
exactly. Yeah. I think the defense needs to have real questions being asked about it coming up over the next couple of weeks. Yeah. But the Sharks play Colorado on Saturday in Colorado.
Part of game 3 of the 5-game road trip. So
they most likely they're getting so as of we're recording this on Thursday, and as of the reports this morning, the plan was that all the COVID guys are going to meet them in Denver tomorrow on Friday, which means that they're getting Bugner back, but whatever. Timo, LeBanc,
hooray,
Karlsson, Middleton,
okay,
Vlasic, Quebec. I did that in that order. I think what the offense is really going to get a jolt because now you're going back to Dahlin, Couture, Meyer.
Which was literally one of the best lines in the league.
Amazing. The second line is going to be what?
Probably
Rudy, Hurdle, Barabanov?
Yeah, and that line's been pretty good. They weren't great tonight, but that line on aggregate's been a pretty good line.
Yeah, I'm willing to give them more of a shot. And even then you can switch LeBanc up and put Rudy down.
Yep, if you need to.
I think Barabanov at this point has earned the second line spot. He's been good. There's no two ways around it. Barabanov has been good. Then that third line is going to be your
Bonino, LeBanc.
Who's the Nieto? Nieto's coming back, I guess. Nieto's coming back. So there's that. And then the fourth line
I think Nick Merkley, to be honest, Nick Merkley has earned a spot on this team right now.
I agree. Nick Merkley, Bonino, LeBanc would be a great third line for right now. And then the fourth line would be Cogliano, the Lord.
Gadjevich So probably Gadjevich, especially if Pettersson's going to be out for a little bit. So looked a little banged up on that. I think Leonard will probably get sent back. So yeah,
because you could put Leonard on the third line and then have Nick Merkley on the fourth line with Cogliano and.
Yeah, but I would still. I think.
So really, what we're looking for in Colorado is going to be that other winger on the third line, either Nick Merkley, Nieto, Leonard, whomever, and then the corresponding wing because Cogliano and Weatherby are going to be on there as well, and whoever's that other winger. So you need two of Leonard, Nieto, Gadjevich,
Merkley.
Pettersson's probably going to be out.
Yeah. So,
and then your defense is going to fall back into Burns, Ferraro, Karlsson, Middleton, Šimik,
Vlasic, Hitaka, Milosh, somebody.
Well, they're going to have to go back. So
yeah.
Going to be an interesting game Saturday, and I think I'm more lenient on giving them a pass because they're all coming back from COVID. Give them a pass for that game, especially against Colorado. Let's get the sea legs back under them. I'm not expecting much. 100% if they get blown out 6-0, I'm no drama. I'm not concerned.
You think Hill or Reimer starts?
Hill.
Yeah, I think they go back to Hill too. So
keep the alternation going.
Yep. Yeah, that way you don't wear them down too much. So, all
right, Kyle, before we get out of here,
it's everyone's fan favorite 3 fries of the week. I'll let you go first. Who is your third fry of the week?
I texted it to you, but I forget.
Do I need
Aiden Hill?
Aiden
Hill. I'm going with Aiden Hill.
Yes, Aiden Hill was
Aiden Hill, that performance against Calgary, fired up.
There you go.
He needed to bounce back, and he bounced back.
He did bounce back. My third fry of the week, I'm going to cheat here. I'm going to go with the Merkley, Ryan and Nick Merkley.
Nice.
I thought in their short time on the Barracudas, I thought they both did well. Ryan Merkley, you see the offensive flashes, but then you see kind of that grit that you're hoping from, especially for a small guy, like kind of being able to get in there and stick up for his teammates and stuff like that. And then Nick Merkley, who we were both like, all right, when they signed, the Sharks signed him, but like
it was a swing on a guy that has some potential, but has never put it together, got injured and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you can see that potential, and I think he deserves a little bit of a longer run here with the Sharks when everyone gets back together. So,
especially because the Lord and Savior has been sent back to Sweden.
Yeah.
My second star.
E5 died, so Nick Merkley could live. Your second fry of the week.
If you would like to commit 5 days a week to Locked On Sharks and would like to co-host this podcast with me, you are not able to because I am doing this solo.
Yes.
JD has been fired.
I went from all love yesterday to getting fired today. What a world.
Well. I hope Nick Merkley sticks around the team and at least he can be the fourth liner. I don't want to see Nieto go on the third line at the expense of.
I'd rather have Nick Merkley. I think he provides a little bit more. So
exactly. My second fry of the week. I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh my god, that guy that just harasses us about Barabanov every day.
Yeah,
Barabanov.
This is for you, buddy.
What more can be said about Barabanov? He's been good. Yeah. He got over his injury, got his sea legs back under him, and he's been scoring goals. The pass he took from against the Flames against Burns and roofed it. He's been good. He seems to have chemistry with Hurdle. So keep it going. I would love another 20 goal scorer on that line. That would be great.
Yes. My second fry of the week, Aiden Hill. Just that performance against the Flames when everyone kind of was like, oh no, like this is a loss. Martin Jones 2.0. Like that's why you spent a second round pick on him. Like he was really good that game. He kept him afloat, especially that second period. I mean, the goal he gave up was a jam play. And even then, you could have argued for goalie interference. But yeah, that he was great that game. And it's good to see him, kind of stand tall. The mountain stand tall. So
mountain be big.
All right. Your first fry of the week.
Tomas Hurdle.
Yeah, he's good at hockey.
I would like to. There was an article written this week about how Tomas Hurdle is underrated.
He is still underrated, I think. I think if
he
played for
a top 20 center in the league.
I know, but I'm just thinking like if he played for like a team, like he played for like the Rangers or something like that, people would be like, "Oh my god, Tomas Hurdle."
Written by somebody in Toronto. Maybe get out of your goddamn bubble. Austin Matthews is ugly and he doesn't have fashion sense. Just get over it. I don't know what to tell you.
Now he's not coming to the Sharks.
He's going home to Arizona. Just get over it. But like, come on, Tomas Hurdle's been in this league for a while.
He's really good.
If you don't put respect on Tomas Hurdle's name, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just full stop. Anyway, he was a beast against Calgary. He's been a beast for a lot of the season. The Jets game, he was whatever, but still, he's
very good. Yes.
We just love him.
We do love Hurdle. We just want him to be happy in teal for a long time. Yeah. My number one, the king fry of the week, Brent Burns. Like I said, like we talked about earlier, the dude has just been a monster this year. And what he's been asked, him and Ferraro gets the child size fry here in this situation. But what Burns has been asked to do and, playing some nights 30 minutes a night. And like, yeah, I'm sure he'll be very happy seeing Carlson walk in the door and him, be like, okay, I don't have to play 27 minutes. I can play 25 minutes a night.
Maybe they don't. Maybe they have a blood feud.
Oh, maybe they do. But yeah, Brent Burns, enjoy your fries.
Let it be said that we are a fair and just podcast.
Yes.
Where we just gave Brent Burns first fry of the week, even though we slag on him all the time. We are fair and we are just.
Yes. All right, let's get out of here.
Okay. If you'd like to tell us that we're not fair and just, or whatever else you want to tell us, because people tweet us all the time. Also, I would like to shout out everyone who tweets at the beat writers and the Sharks main account, tagging us and stuff. And especially when they do weird stuff and you tag us and say like, actually it's this, or you tag us and be like, give the content boys credit. We appreciate you guys. That's great.
Where's the taco? Where's the
Where's
taco?
Somebody called somebody by a different nickname and somebody tagged us and said, actually it's the Lord, which was really funny.
Yes.
Killed me. Anyway, keep doing that. That's great. Put the pressure on. We'll sell out. Pay us, Sharks. We'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
You can just pay us to stop doing the podcast as well. I will negotiate that as well. That's fine. Locked On Sharks on Twitter. Locked On Sharks at Facebook and Instagram, if that's where you get your social media. JD puts up all of our work there. You can get the episodes. You can see the memes. You can do whatever you want. YouTube, if you would like to watch us, I'm wearing a Lululemon sweater. JD is wearing a plain black tee, which is actually plain. I don't know where I was going. I had a joke lined up, but I don't know what's going on here.
Yep.
You can see his wife's cookie jars that she bought.
My little Tomas Hurdle and his Christmas sweater bobblehead. Yeah,
it's good. I have a Peloton. Right here.
Ours is out in the garage.
I'm not gonna punch it this time. That's Locked On Sharks on YouTube. Please subscribe. We're almost at 400 people. That'll be fun. For no other reason than it's a round number. Email lockedonsharks@gmail.com. If you haven't emailed us, thank you for your service. We did get an email though. I hope people are still listening. It's from Travis. I don't read people's last names because I don't want to dox them. Travis. It says, good morning, content boys. With Z. Or Z. The email is also titled Nicholas Lawrence Benino. And I didn't fact check if Nick Benino's middle name was Lawrence. Did you? You should do that while I'm doing this. It says, good morning, content boys. In a font that's twice as big as the body of the email, which is awesome.
I did appreciate the different fonts in the sizes. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is Nicholas Lawrence Benino.
Oh, Nick, nice, Nick.
Nick Benino, born April 20th, 1988. He is 3 years younger than me.
He's a year and 7 days older than me. That's weird because he's balding. He's only born in 1988. I thought he was.
Yeah, he looks way older than the two of us. So
I thought he was born in 36. We got to stop saying that he's old. Anyway, Nicholas Lawrence, the body of the paragraph. Nicholas Lawrence Benino is an American professional ice hockey center for the San Jose Sharks of the National Hockey League. When I started reading this, I had no idea where this was going. He has also played for the Anaheim Ducks, Vancouver Canucks, Pittsburgh Penguins, Nashville Predators, and Minnesota Wild. Didn't fact check that.
Yeah, he literally just took that from the Wikipedia page. So
I don't know why they started off this way because it has nothing to do with anything that comes after this.
The best part.
Then it says the cast without Mr. Demetrius is a much quieter and less coked out 18 to 25 minutes. With that being said, the great fry debate of 2021, ... Burger King has the best fries.
They're okay.
Is BK back?
Is BK back in a big spot?
I haven't had a BK fry in a long time. I do every 2 years, I'll be like, I should get a Whopper. And it's not bad.
We have one across from my real job, literally right across the street. So when you're I don't know, time for lunch, it's just I'll just go to Burger King. Yeah.
The pickles are different. They're grated cut. They're just different. Anyway.
The best thing from Burger King though is the cheesy tots. Anyway.
I don't think they have those here.
They're only limited. They have them right now. They're jalapeno ones, and I don't know, but the cheesy tots are
fair. Whopper Wednesday, 2 Whoppers for $8 or whatever is great. It continues. I will end this email with a poem. This person wrote a poem. I'm going to quote the whole thing. Please don't interrupt. I'll try not to laugh. I won't editorialize. Tonight, the Sharks play the Jets. I'll tell you the score. I'll even place a bet. Ryan Merkley with an assist. Brent Burns with a pass missed. And a Sharks PP that won't make us pissed. They'll go high to low, maybe even put on a show. And it will end with Couture yelling, let's go. I miss William Eklund. He's back in the SHL. I remember reading that tweet I wanted so badly to yell. I'm getting off track. I'm happy Sharks hockey is back. Here's to a Sharks W on Thursday night. I wish I could look you deep into your eyes and know that I was right. I don't know why.
If he had the Merkley and Burns mixed, Berkeley, because Burns.
What a poem! People's written us more poems. Anyway, then it said P.S. You're welcome for being my first listen. Thank you. And then it said P.S.S. And it's 3 emojis. It's the Statue of Liberty, a saw, and eyes. I don't know what that means. Liberty saw eyes, statue law eyes, statue saw eyes. I don't know,
man.
Travis, if you could email us what your emoji code, we're not trying to figure out who the Zodiac killer is, but this is freaking us out. So please let us know. And it was sent from his iPhone. Anyway, poem's great. We should post the poem on social media tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's what we should do. JD, who makes this whole shit work. Nope, he's at my frat hole. I was trying to point.
Kyle, who's over here, who's the charisma of the podcast, is at Kyle Demetrius. And thank you for making us.
Somebody DM'd me and was like, "You started off the podcast saying you're the main character," and I was like, "Yeah, I made amends for it yesterday."
Yeah, thank you for making us your first listen. Go check out the Locked On Avalanche. Chris does a good job over there. So if you want to see what the Avalanche are up to before they play the Sharks on Saturday, if not, the Habs, I know we're going to be celebrating their 500th episode here soon. Kyle, next Friday, we're at 420, bro. So
420, blaze it, baby.
Yeah. So
should we get high and do that podcast? I will.
So normal podcast for you. Let's get out of here.
No, that's not true. I just have lots of energy. I don't even drink coffee.
Bye, friends.